Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Lanmou Spiritual. This is a general career reading for Libra. Wow, that's that. I just burned a little bit of Palo Santo, and that as soon as I started talking, it was like so quick. The way that smoke burned out. Wow, that was interesting. All right, Libra, this is for you. This is for March 2020, and as this is for Libra Sun Moon, um, Venus. And rising star, or anyone who feel like watching this. And yes, we are uploading a little bit late, but you guys know, with everything going in the world, I needed to take a few days to prepare, to get grounded and recenter myself. Okay, and school's out as well where I am, so we're spending quite a bit of time being at home, playing teacher and trying to keep my own self together and to keep everything else together. So you guys know I only do this when I'm feeling my ultimate best. And so here we are, and I hope this message reaches you in good spirit. So we are using the Akashic Tarot during this time, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Forces, balance. Yes, is there a better card to represent you, Libra? Look at the scales on the desk here, literally balance, right? Balancing things out, just like the scales show here. And this is what's facing you, you balancing yourself out, just like we're talking about. And that's what I had to do for myself, because let me tell you, with everything going on, I was feeling the anxiety. Okay, I was like, and I'm not even someone who's anxious, who feel anxiety in the regular, but I don't like confusion. I don't do well with confusion. It could be the most difficult news, like just lay it on me, just tell me straight, and then so I can start preparing. Okay, I need to do this and that. But there was so much confusion. There was so much. But anyways, we are doing better. We here. We here with meditation and prayer. We are here because what we know is our experience here in the physical realm, it's ever changing. That's the one thing that's certain, right? Things are always changing. Nothing remains the same. Every second, every breath we take, nothing's remain the same. So, and life is not just one smooth, straight, curve. It's kind of like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So we have to adjust and learn to adapt to changing times and all the changes that are happening. And I invite you guys at the same time to also be open to receiving information and to not allow this to overtake you. Okay, to understand that there's more to you, there's more to life than just this physical experience, that your faith, that your spirituality, that you are protected, because at the end of the day, God does not want us to suffer. No matter what anyone tell you, no matter what's going on around you, trust and believe. Everyone has their karma to live out here. Everyone has their journey to live out here. We all have free will to make certain decisions, and yes, those decisions by someone else may impact you, but also we have to be mindful that it's not just about the decisions that we make for ourselves, but it's decisions that we make. Those decisions we make for ourselves also have impact on other people. Okay, also people around the world that perhaps we've never met. And I feel like for all of us as a collective, all of us, we are paying attention a little bit more now when things like that happen, like this pandemic, because then we understand that this person all the way across the world, wherever that started, look, now we're all affected. And even if you are not affected, even if it didn't get to be as bad as it is, you would still have been affected, just like I would still have been affected, not infected, folks, affected by it, right? Impacted by this. And we usually can brush it off and not pay attention, but there's a cost. Okay, if it's not a human cost, certainly a spiritual cost to that. So here we go, Libra. We are starting here with Seven of Forces, balance facing you, and here we again have another two. Twos for me are about balancing, choices. Okay, the Two of Swords here, two worlds. What do we choose? The inner world. Look at that person living inside their home, looking at the fire here, the personal life or the public life. There's a busy, it looks almost dark inside. She has the fire going, and right, it looks very intimate. and it's almost like nighttime, and if you look out of the window here, it's almost like a busy marketplace, and it looks like it's daytime. The sky seems kind of like it's still blue. So there's like the inner world and the outer world, the personal and the public. Which face do we show? Are we consistent in between those two worlds? How are we maintaining our sense of balance, okay, between the public face and the personal face that we show to the world? So that this is something here that we have been asked to address since last year, around since last year in Virgo season, okay, and that would have been towards the end of July. This is something that we were called to address since then. As a matter of fact, that was like since that new moon in Cancer. I think when we had that eclipse there, but especially during that Virgo season, that new moon in Virgo last year, when we were being asked, the energy was so strong. And if you guys go back to those readings or for around that time, we're being asked, how is it? How is your daily life, the things that you do, your activities, the way you spend your day, the way you spend your time, the way you spend your resources, are they in alignment with who you are? Are they in alignment with the person that you are trying to be, that you are seeking to be, that is your higher self, right? Your North Star, your best self. Are those things in alignment? The things that you say, the things that you do, the places that you go, are they matching? Okay, and here we are again, balance, seeking that balance between two worlds. And again, it could also be for some of you, balance between the dark and shadow aspect of the self, and also and the light aspect of the selves. Because no matter what, no matter who, no matter where, we use both of them. They're both necessary. Without the dark, you cannot see the light, right? We need the darkness so the light can shine through to be differentiated. So here we are. You are Libra during this time. You yourself, you are seeking your balance. You yourself, you're trying to maintain that balance. You yourself, you are trying to use the forces available to you, the forces of the universe, to maintain that balance, to maintain a certain structure, to maintain a certain authority over yourself. Because when I look at that desk, it looks almost like the resolute desk that you see, in the White House. And look at it's almost like there's a fire burning inside, the way the sun is bright, shining so bright through that window here. And there's like, all the scrolls on the table. There's a sense of authority here, like someone important sits there, like a judge, like someone in authority sits there that can make decision about fairness, what's just and what's not. So, oh, look at this. Each time I pull that up, there's a 2. There's another 2 here. And this time is the major arcana number 2 in this deck. The Akashic library, right? More learnings, more schools. So there's the things here about balancing, about duality for you, Libra, during this time, okay? And this card, by the way, it's called balance. It is 7 of forces. You are the 7th sign. You rule the 7th house. So this is for you. Like, this is like your reading. That's what I'm getting here through and through. This is your reading about you finding your own balance, okay? And this is about, like, what do you need to know about career? What do you need to know about your financial affairs? What do you need to know what's happening right now based on what's going on right now in the world? And Spirit is telling you it's very important during this time to seek a certain level of balance between your private life and your public life, balance between your to have authority within your own life, to be fair and just about the decision that you make, okay? And here we have the Akashic field, number 1 of forces, right there on top of that 7 of forces. That is a new beginning for you guys. It's almost like you're entering a new playground, like, and that's the truth for all of us, okay? Like, nothing's gonna be the same for years and years from now. Just like, we talk about pre-Civil War America and post-Civil War America, pre-World War II and post-World War II, if you will. People will be talking about perhaps not if not pre coronavirus, it's gonna be pre-Trump and post-Trump, like, presidency, because the virus is one thing, but the response of it is a whole different, entity of its own. So like nothing will remain the same. I feel like the whole world community is, we're lifting ourselves up. We're being pushed to look past our everyday life, past our personal interests, right? To look at the great, to look out of for the interest of the greater good, all of us as a collective. Because now we're understanding, how is it some people can get tested and other people don't? How is it some people still have to go to work? Because like, what are they gonna do? They have to eat. Not just talking about paying bills, like, paying your rent and mortgage and, your electricity, your other bills, but also like, you have kids, and these kids at home, meaning they're consuming more, you are burning more electricity, everything is being more, and you're taking less on. Like, how is it possible that some people are afraid, have to make a choice between, do I remain in isolation, like, do I remain in isolation and doing social distancing, to protect my health and my family's health, or do I go to work? Because the choice may be a matter of like, will we be able to eat or not if I don't go to work? Would we have a place to live in a month, in a 2 months, or not if I don't go to work? Understanding the risk, not just of getting yourself sick, going out there on people, especially people who are not taking it seriously, but coming back home and getting your kids sick and your family sick, right? So it's going to be a new playing field, and I feel like all of us are going to really be a lot more assertive, a lot more demanding for things to be a little bit more equal, for fairness in the world, for everybody, There's no reason for someone to just be busting their butt 10 hours a day and still kind of like feeling a sense of lack, not being able to leave, because it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so the Akashic field here is calling you to play on the new playground, it's a new playing field, and all of us are gonna have to have a say. We're gonna have to be very strong about it, to make sure that things are fair, to make sure that things are just, not just for ourselves, but for everyone as a collective. Because we understand now more than ever how whatever's going on over there with these people, it's not just their problem, but it also could be our problem. And this is not just about the material aspect of life, but it's also about the spiritual aspect of life, needing spiritual nurturing, spiritual development. Okay, like, and that's why I've been telling in every one of those reading, for those of you that are spiritual, which will be most of you watching this, like, to keep shining your light. Okay, this is a test for you too, a test for how to respond in a time of crisis. It's a test for me too. It's a test for all of us. Okay, like I was telling you guys at the beginning, I had to ground myself. I have to take a moment here. Hey, stop. Like, to not let myself be overcome by all the negativity and all the bad news. And take the information, take it for what it is, to prepare for what may come, but at the same time to not attach myself to it, and to know to detach, and to know that my calling, my ultimate nurturing, my strength, my wisdom, my guidance comes from above. Okay, because me and the divine, we're like this. Always has been. Always has been, before I even knew that I was gifted. I always has been. Okay, and I mean, I talk to God, to the divine, like, multiple times, like, throughout the day. Always have been. Okay, so, and understanding that my spiritual life is so much more bigger than that physical experience, and just being a human who consumes, who need work and eat and food and and comfort and a home and all of that. Now, that those are not important, but understand that I'm not taking any of those physical things with me when I go, but I will take my spiritual life follows me through. So that gives a level of comfort like no other. And also knowing that God, the divine, wants all of us to live a prosperous life, a happy life. Okay, no matter what's going on here, don't take on other people's karma, other people's journey onto ourselves. What we can do is prepare, is adapt to this changing situation, but to remain vigilant, to remain faithful that our source, our guidance comes from above. Okay, and here you are in that new playing field, not only seeking justice and balance for yourself, for your own personal life and public life, but for that of the collective. Okay, the way you go about things in life is going to be very different, and it's going to be the case for most of us. And here we have the 8 of Keys, the master artisan, creative, being resourceful, working here, sharpening the skills, okay? Like giving it your best shot, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you've been gifted with, whatever skill set that you have, understanding how to make the best use of it, okay? And what's the word? To make sure that those skills are being used are being used for the best and highest good of all. Okay, that's the expression I'm looking for here. So let's get some clarification for you, Libra. My goodness, don't be upset at me, Libra. That was like a big, and we're not picking up cards of the, for whatever reason I'm seeing that the Six of Pentacles wanted to come out for you here. Again, balance. Six of Pentacles is a card of balance, seeking balance and justice, okay, in a situation. That's a very strong message that's coming through for you here. You have the King of Pentacles and that Seven of Swords. So for some of you, yes, it's about your money, it's about your material life. It's also about, you know, about wealth and abundance, okay? About you being a career person. Okay, this tax wanted to come. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm going to pull that Queen of Cups and look at these cards. Look at the between like the yellows and the red, and there's such a synchronicity in these two cards that I've never noticed before. So for some of you, Libra, there is something happening. Like there's a big shakeup happening in your world, okay? There's a big shakeup happening in your world, and it's something that's been written. Like this is about secrets, a lot of times secret information. But like the way she's holding the scrolls here, I feel like this has already been written in the book. Okay, in the book of life. This is destiny. I'm getting major destiny with that High Priestess instead of just like secret and hidden things, you know, things that are like you don't know yet. Like and this came in between, sandwich between the two of them. For some of you, it may have to do with your own feelings and emotion, the way you express emotions in the world, the way you use your own sense of femininity. I can never say that word without stumbling on it. Femininity, your feminine power. Let's say it that way. All right. So we have major arcana number 16, the Tower, which drills down to a 7. Again, 7th house energy. Your house, you rule the 7th house, Libra. And we have the two, again, the two pillars. We see the black and the white pillars, right, on each side of that High Priestess. Choices needed to be made. Look at those initials there. They may be important for some of you. And sandwiched in between it is that Queen of Cups, examining, like pulling that shift out, almost like that fish out, examining almost like their emotions, their feelings, right? What's in that cup? What's that cup I'm holding here? What is it? What are those emotions? These are very strong energies here. For some of you, it's about there's a very there's something that's happening in your world, that shakeup that's happening. It's almost like it's some things that have been hidden, that have been going in the background, that have been running in the background are going to be revealed, okay? There's some hidden aspect, okay? And for some of you, it's going to be about your own inner working, about your own belief system that you have been almost like pushing down or ignoring, or some of you may be completely unaware of it, of that aspect of yourselves. Those things are gonna be starting to bring up until they all come out, okay? There's a sense of an explosion. There's a sense of like a shakeup that needs to happen, an emotional shakeup, like you're being shaken or awakened, like whatever was dormant here, whatever was hidden, whatever was running in the background, it's gonna come to the foreground of your consciousness, something that needs to be addressed here, okay? And it has to do with something that's very personal to you. That's why I feel like for some of you, it's gonna have to do about your own inner working, the principles that you live by, your belief system, Libra. Who are you? What do you believe in? Especially in regards to abundance, because Venus rules your house, Libra, and we have that King of Pentacles here, and there's a sense of here, like in regards to your abundance, to wealth, to money, like your belief system is really about this. There's a big shakeup. What do you think? What do you feel about those matters? You know, the decisions that you make gonna be very much affected by whatever is gonna be revealed here by that shakeup. Talking about Venus, here she is, Empress. That's it. That's a card of Venus, literally the planet Venus, the pregnant woman, the feminine energy, representing feminine power here. You have the High Priestess and the Empress here. There's a lot of feminine energy here, feminine power. A lot of people believe that we are shifting from one time to another. Like when we talk about the end of the world, it's the end of an era to another era, because the world has been going, right? Like for billions and billions of years that we can, look back to. Who knows how far back it goes? But a lot of people believe that we enter in the era of feminine power, like we're leaving behind the masculine energy, that aggressive Martian energy that we have here with the tower, right? The tower represents Mars in the tarot. So we are leaving behind that Martian energy with aggression, with masculine power, war, and laws that's all about, like, individualistic, just like ego driven. We are leaving this behind, and what we are transitioning towards, like, feminine power. We are transitioning towards, like, more of subtle energy, less aggressive, more with feelings, more about the collective, more nurturing, right? So I feel like that's what I'm getting here for some of you, Libra, that balance that's coming into this world, in your world personally, but also in the world as the collective, into the Akashic field, into the whole field, okay? This is not just, that field is not just you. That field is going to impact everybody. That new beginning, one of forces, that new beginning that's being forced through for all of us, is really going to bring a lot more beauty, a lot more loving energy. Okay, the Empress is about love, it's about beauty, it's about fertility, indeed, fertility as well. Okay, even if you're a masculine watching this, you're a guy, like, there's really, you're really going to understand feminine energy a lot more. You're really gonna try to embrace the feminine side of yourself. Okay, Eight of Keys, some clarification on Eight of Keys. Nope, we're not taking them off the ground. And there we go, we have the Ten of Wands, and that Ten of Wands is about letting go of the burden, closing a chapter, a way of doing things, especially. Okay, the ones are about actions and passion, right? What are we passionate about? Is it about doing, taking everything on ourselves, or understanding that you don't have to do everything by yourself, right? You don't have to. This is ego. Even when you are not just receiving, even if you're giving, if you're someone who over gives to the point where you're depleted, because it makes you feel good, or you want to look good in the eyes of people, you want to get the accolades, that's ego. We have to learn on when to put down the burden. We have to learn when to say no. We have to learn as that there's different season. Okay, spring is upon us. Spring is here. Now everything is gonna start to blossom. It's time, like, to put those coats away. Like, things. The sun is out longer. Like, it's a different season from what we just left. When it was mostly dark, covered in snow. People were not just, hanging out as much. The flowers were not blossoming. Like, that was a different season, right? And we're gonna have summer coming up where everyone's out. Hopefully, like, we can make it out. Like, this coronavirus, that pandemic is under control by then. But regardless, it's like everything has a season, just like us, the way we work. And we have to understand that, like, doing everything ourselves and overdoing, it's not a virtue. It just isn't. Not for yourself, you're beating yourself up. But what about the other people around you, the people that have certain expertise in the things, okay? Some of you're going to learn, especially if you're studying something new, with that One of Forces. You are trying to do something new. You're trying to start a new job, right? A new career, whatever it may be, a new business, to seek help. Some of you, this is what it's telling you, okay? The choice is to know what you have, what you can do, and what you cannot do. Okay, where the information, where to get the information, and when to ask for help. Okay, who has the information? That's just as important as you being able to do. Understanding when to delegate and when not to, and who do we ask help from. that there are people that are experts in the field. There's no way there's no need to reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already there. There's someone who knows how to fix it and how to create it. Go to that person. Go to the master of artisan. Go to that architect. You don't need to learn architecture from scratch. You don't need to carry all that burden on your own. Working together make it so much easier, right? I feel like this is a balance you're gonna be learning, and you will have victory about it. This is the Six of Wands here. This is where we're in. This is the Six of Wands, the card of victory. And look at this. This is a victory earned, not just for the self. You see, that person is coming back. They're coming back from war. They've won. They're victorious. But the whole community is out here to cheer them on. They're receiving flowers from this beautiful maiden, because that victory that was earned, it wasn't just for him, and you understand that. And that's why he's coming back from war. He has to parade through the town to share in the victory, because it's our victory. He didn't go to war to fight just for himself. He went to war to fight for his town, for his city, for his country, right? So now he's coming back. He's gonna get all the accolades and the thank yous from the city. We're also proud of you, and yes, we are safer because of your sacrifice. Now you get to enjoy yourselves too. We get to celebrate together that victory that you won on our behalf, for all of us. That burden, you don't have to carry that by yourself. Learn when to ask for help. Seek balance, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whatever it may be. Know what you're good at and use it in the best possible way. There's no need to try to do everything. Okay, Libra? Balance is important here. Seeking balance is important. That wanted to come out. My goodness, when I tell you this card has shown up either at the bottom of the deck or here in almost every reading that we've done so far, it's no joke. This is the season of dragon, okay? I know it's Aries season. Aries season is here. But, like, this is serious. Whoa, how beautiful. We have the sun. The sun is at the bottom of the deck. Your perseverance is rewarded. Yes, we have victory here for you as well with that Six of Wands. That's beautiful. But that dragon card, it says here strength and wisdom. Strength and wisdom, okay? This is about like understanding where to tap into that inner fire of yours, like to use your strength, your wisdom, the things you've learned, not just from this lifetime, from all the lifetimes, okay? To know that there is power in numbers, to know that even though you may know a lot about different things, there may have someone who knows way more about things number two, and it's okay to seek help from a person who knows way more than on things number two, okay? To use your wisdom to differentiate the two, okay? But there is something happening here in the way you work, the way you operate, the way you feel about things. There's some kind of shakeup that's happening in your own belief system, in the way you operate in the world, Libra, that's going to be very beneficial going forward. And thank you so much for your continued support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. We're gonna do a live hangout tomorrow night, which is Sunday, and I will put a reminder tomorrow morning for the time. And I'll see you guys. Be safe, take care of yourself, be patient, be kind, be loving to yourself and to those around you, and remain strong in faith. Okay, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.